is what I should play first. Okay, it's gonna. Oh no! I almost ripped it. Okay, I almost ripped it too much. I almost ripped it too much. How's that?
Still, I haven't seen it yet. This is like.
Okay. I need a kazoo. If I'm gonna start this off right.
No, it still doesn't work.
Why?
I don't know why.
Guys, how the heck do I... It's... Oh yeah, it's not right. How the heck... How the heck do I... Okay, it doesn't matter right now. I'm just gonna play. Okay. Can you hear my loop loud enough? Let's turn this up, maybe. Just so I can hear it. I overslept 2 hours. Wish I could have had 2 more hours. It's been a week since I got some sleep. Thank you. Now I'm tired of being so damn tired. Well, I'm awake to see the first side of the sun. No, you can't stop me and having so much fun. I feel the first bird calling about 5 in the morning, and I must confess I'm feeling fresh. I've been too pressed to make my rest. This feels so hard to express. Whoa! With all that I have to say, now it's yesterday's tomorrow, and there's no more rest to borrow. Living in the moment, never seem to get old. But there's possibilities that keep you on your toes. Woo! Me and my fiddle and you. It's Fantastic Friday. Did you guys know that? Fantastic Friday. I made pretty much positive days out of every day, okay? I'll talk about that later. I think maybe I'll do a cover. One that I could do a kazoo with. Or maybe I'll just do Kali Kazoo. When I don't have a set list, I take a while to think of my song. What? That's for you. Always for you, Kelly Joe. Kelly Kazoo.
Kelly Kazoo!
You know, I have an idea. You could trace what I wrote out on the back side of it.
I just commented on your thing.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, people. Okay. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. If it's not fantastic, I'm here to try to help it make it fantastic. So, I mean, I got my Christmas lights up. You know, I got this sparkly pillow that's like a disco ball. I'm ready to party. Okay. Just people admire this cactus, okay? It's grown so many little knobs. He's cute. Okay. I'm having tuning issues. I need a tuner. Do you have a tuner by chance? Because mine's on my phone. Yours is backwards.
You say that every time.
Wow. Okay, let's try this again. And I'm still out of tune. Sorry. Music knows it is and always will be one of the things that I just won't quit. There's not a song of pioneers, a song of la 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 to forget.
How's everyone doing? Let's see who you are, people. What's up? What's up? Oh man. Hey people. Oh my gosh, I miss you guys. I miss all of you. Okay. I think I'll do some more covers. I think I'll do a new one. Yeah, I'll do a new one. Whoa. The last live stream concert I did, I was requested to play Bill Withers, and I only kind of knew it. Honestly, it wasn't that smooth, so I decided, okay, I need to learn I need to learn a whole song. So I'm gonna play some Bill Withers right now. Whoa, baby, don't go anywhere, cup. That's not a safe place for me to put a cup. It's right next to my pedals. I will knock it over. When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without warning, love, leaves heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me, no, just don't look at you. like that one?
Good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot actually. Brightens my day to sing Lovely, Lovely Day. Hey everybody! How's it going? Happy Friday! If you're just getting here, get yourself a drink. That's water.
That's water.
If it's White Claw,
That works too.
it's water. You got a beer. Whatever you want, people. Oh, Kelly Joe, that was Bill Withers. I wish that was my tune, but yes, Bill Withers is amazing. Okay. Should I do my other new one? My other new cover, or should I do another original?
Do an original. You hold no sleeves. 'Cause the train's here.
Oh, there is a train. Maybe I should do Holding No Sleep. But I don't know if I'm feeling that tune right now. Save that for later. Holden's just like, he's coming back around. Don't worry. Okay, I know. end songs, but thank you.
That was all the way.
Geraldine, maybe I can try. Maybe I should try Geraldine just for the fun. I don't really usually do Geraldine on my loop pedal, but I will totally try it because you guys are requesting it. So let's try it.
Everyone's like, oh, are you playing backwards?
Huh?
And it says, wow, just as great left-handed. You are amazing.
So you can't see words backwards?
It's like you're.
Is my shirt backwards?
It's got its legs, so wait a second.
Is my shirt backwards, people? Tell me if
Yeah,
the
your
words.
shirt is backwards. Your shirt's backwards.
So like the words are backwards?
Yeah, the words are backwards.
So, oh, what? Oh, never mind. Then never mind. What I thought, never mind. Geraldine, oopsie. Geraldine, why do you always have to be so mean? You got a problem with the self-esteem. Why don't you come clean, Geraldine? Geraldine, why don't you have to be so rude? You got a problem with your attitude. Well, sneaky, backhanded, and true. guys requested that. I'm gonna actually do that on my loop paddle more often. That was fun. Yeah! Oh my gosh, Danny, you gotta, someone, okay, Sarah, get your giraffe head on. Oh, that was really fun. Cool, you know what, we hope that we actually will, you know, get to perform at Lake Geneva again. Right now we're supposed to, but we'll see. Cool, people. Ah, this is so fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are dancing. I hope you got your kazoos. This one actually had Geraldine on it, but it's gotten some use, so Geraldine looks worn. She's had a long day. She's had a long day. How you guys, what are you guys up to lately? I've been trying to grow some cactuses. Okay, I'm getting sweaty over here. But that's fine, we're having a good time, it's worth it. I'm thinking maybe another Did I do Headstrong last time?
I think so.
That one's fun. I'll try that one. Hey Jackson, can you please do me a favor? I forgot to share this on my personal page. I forgot to share this on my personal page. Can you please go on my laptop? And do it, please. Thank you. This is an angry song. Opposite of how I feel right now. But that's how I feel. That's how I felt when I wrote this. read.
What you read?
Thank you for your clapping and whistling.
Anytime.
It feels really good, you know, because this Facebook Live, like seeing you guys on here and commenting, like it's actually like hanging out with friends. It's so fun. So I'm hoping you guys are having as much fun as I'm having. Cool. Cool. Let's keep playing. Oh, maybe I should do this one. I feel like it's time for coconuts. Is Sarah still on here? Yeah. Sarah's still here. Sarah, this is for you because you say I need to keep this on my set, so. my sleeves. You know what time it is? Just wondering. I'm having a great time. I'm not stopping right now.
7:55.
It's so. Oh, hello, people. What else is? What's another one? Should I play my Corona song?
Either that or old shoes.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I'll play Old Shoes and then I'll play. So I'm not. Yeah. Last time Jackson requested Old Shoes by Deer Tick, and I could not remember it because he didn't tell me what he was gonna request. So that's fine, because I practiced it and now I can play it.
That sounds cool.
Doesn't it? Well, they said it was the cheapest fare at this time of year. They said it's nice and safe and you got nothing to fear. So I will take these old shoes to get to you. Yes, I will take these old shoes to get to you. Yes, I will take these old shoes to get to you. Yes, I will take these old shoes. I will take these old shoes to get to you. 20 minutes later, the plane crashes down. One of three left amongst a priest and a clown. And all I can hear are the hiss of the tracks. I say, well, hell not, and I jump on the back. And I will take this old train to get to you. Yes, I will take. What? Yes, I will take this old train to get to you. Oh, he said, "Get off my train, you dirty hobo." I tried to explain, but it was a no-go. It was a no-go for this wacky hobo. Wow. I really messed this up. I have to retune really bad. Or maybe I was just playing very out of tune. I'm sorry, I got discombobulated. Okay, here we go, try again. I mean, now I said it nice and safe, and it's not nothing to fear. I will take this old plane to get to you. Yes, I will take this old plane to get to you. Yes, I will take this old plane. Set it off my train, you dirty hobo. I tried to explain, but it was a no-go. It was happen, honestly. That first time. You know you're really warmed up once you start sweating.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Makes sense. I'm gonna try a new song. I'm gonna try a new song. A new song. It's about the Rona. to you guys. Okay. So, I've got plans to do more of these live videos, live concerts, and next time I'm gonna do it in a different place. So last time I was by this cool painting on this wall, and I had cool plants, and this time I'm in my window seat. Next time I think I'm gonna put myself in front of a bookshelf. Try to change up the scene so it seems like we're at a different gig every week. But, cool. If you feel like tipping me, I do have PayPal. It's GeorgiaRayM@yahoo.com. This is backwards. And my Venmo is Georgia_Ray. If you can figure that out. Georgia Ray M. R-A-E. Okay. Let's do another tune. Oh, I should do one with the snails, but I don't know. I think I have students watching, and I can't do some songs because they're not kid friendly. But what can be harmless? What can't be kid friendly about a snail, right? Maybe I need to make up a song right now. If anybody wants a pet snail during this quarantine, if you're getting lonely and you need a pet snail, we have plenty that we can mail you, okay? Gotta be careful, you don't give them too much dirt because they reproduce real fast. So don't give them too much dirt because then they'll lay eggs. So, unless you want a million snail babies like we have, it's a whole lot of fun. We have snails for sale. If you need a friend, I know you do. Everybody does. Everybody needs a snail pal. Everybody needs a snail pal. That's all I got for a snail song right now.
That was great.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I love that.
I was afraid it was too short.
No, that was short enough.
I'm loving just hanging out, people. I remember some things I wanted to say, but I forget, like some stories I wanted to tell, but I forgot. Shout out to my friend, my pal, my good pal, Mike Boss. Michael Boss, he's in my band. He's in my band Lunar Lizard. And the last gig that I had before we all got shut down, I got my amp stolen out of the back of my car because I didn't use it, and then I must have forgot to lock my car or something, because I don't forget to lock my car, but I must have, because it ain't anywhere near here, people. It's very sad. I had lots of cool stickers, but shout out to Michael because he's let me use a speaker. He dropped it off many moons ago to let me use it, And it's been really keeping me loopy during this quarantine because I don't know what I would do without an amp right now if I couldn't be getting loopy. So, shout out. Okay. I really want to do that one.
You might have made what's it? Cat.
I wish I could see exactly who's watching.
It's just me and my mom and my watch party.
Okay. We have a beta fish right behind the camera. Banjo Beta Bill. Okay, I think I'll play one more and then I'll let you guys be loopy by yourself. I really do thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you're having as much fun as I am. I'm gonna be going live. I'll go live again. I don't know when, but I'll go live again. Oh yeah, you know what? Taper John, raise your glass with me. People that have a glass of any beverage, raise it with me. Raise it high. I'm thankful for you. And I'm thankful, you know, all I've ever wanted is just to be home all day, be in my pajamas all day and play my fiddle and nothing else. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. And now I'm forced to do it. And it's like crazy, you know? So I'm glad that I can get loopy and let out all of my feelings here and just get crazy and play. Pretend I'm playing to you actually in the same room. Thank God for virtual things. Oh yeah, we're still raising our cups. I forgot. Now clink. Clink. Clink-a-dink. What should I end with? What original did I not do that I do like a lot? I mean, I like all my originals, but like... How about I end with a classic cover that I love to play on my loop pedal? Since it's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
You didn't do the Fleet Fox one, did you?
Okay, I have to do two more.
Two more.
I'll do the Fleet Foxes one and then I'll do, then I'll do the other one. Fleet Foxes. Wanderers this morning came by. Where do they go? Graceful in the morning light. To land or fair, to follow you softly in the cold mountain air. Through the forest down to your grave, where the birds wait and the tall grasses wave. I ended on the wrong chord. Oh, now we can't stop. There we go. Alright, there's some fleet foxes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got a happy song now for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm giving you virtual hugs. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to just kick back, relax, play some tunes, get loopy. Hope you guys stay healthy and happy, okay? Stay loopy, okay? This is a Noah and the Whale tune. We don't know what it's gonna be like in a million years. So I hope you're happy. I hope you find some beauty in every day.
Yeah!
Thanks for tuning in, people. It's time to give my fingies a rest and put Banjo's filter on. I love you, people, and thank you so much for tuning in. And once again, if you do want to tip me, it's backwards. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle, people, if you want to tip me. My Venmo is Georgia_Ray, R-A-E.
I'll comment it real quick.
Jack's the man. He's commenting for me. You can follow the links there, people. Thank you so much.
Wait, don't end it yet. Don't end it yet.
I'm not ending yet. Okay. You can check it out. GeorgiaRayM@yahoo.com is my PayPal.
You see that? The corner?
I don't know. But anyway, peace out, people. Oopsie.
There.
That was a fish tank. Bye.
All right, and that will conclude today's show. I mean, this one here. Here we go. I got this out of the way. And let's see now. Give me 1 second here. I just gotta straighten this up for you. There you go. And I got something to look at. There you go. I got one more here. It was shown earlier. Or it was streamed earlier. Let's see if I can find it. It's Bob Weigandt from Dig Deep. Just gonna find it here. Give me 1 second. Waiting for it to load.
One second, guys.
And this is
Got
Bob
my station
Weigandt.
all set up here.
Hang on. Do. And this is Bob Weigandt from Dig Deep. So thanks for being patient with that, but it took me a couple of seconds to find him.
All right, here we are. There it is.
I don't know what kind of...
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Ain't that weird?
I should fall from grace of God without doctrine. Believe me, if I'm buried beneath the sun, the angels won't receive me. Let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud, the rivers all run dry. This land is always ours, was a proud land. Our fathers, it belongs to us here. Not too many of the others have been blue. Let them go, boys. can lie upon these coming up blues. Boys coming up blues. Boys, then go down in the mud. It's all right. I should fall grace of God when I'm dark and bleeding. If I'm buried beneath the sun, angels only see me. Let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud. It's all right.
All right. Whew. We're underway, guys. What's up? Oh man. Got some folks watching. What's up, guys? I'm streaming you on my phone over here, and I've got my laptop set up over here so I can see comments and stuff a little bit better. So if you wonder why I'm like looking over this way all the time, that's what's up. Oh man, it's so good to see you guys. Welcome to my humble abode here. Cheers. And thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first solo live stream here. I've been doing a couple of these live streams with my buddy Scott Kirby that you guys might have seen already. And this is my first crack at doing the solo stuff. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I've been nervous. I've been super nervous all day, but it feels good to be in it now. We're doing it. I feel a little looser after that one. Kind of got into it, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have caught my live streams with Kirby, hate to disappoint you, but I'm not going to play for 5 hours tonight. I got a handful of songs. I've been working real hard at putting these together. Like I said, this is my first solo thing I've really ever done. I've always had a band to hide behind. In my whole musical career, I've never really done anything solo before. So all the material I've ever done has been with a band, and so this has been a unique challenge to actually put together some stuff that I could do by myself. And kind of what I'm trying to do here, I'm not really going to do much of the stuff that you might have seen me do with my band Dig Deep, or really any other projects. This is going to be off the wall stuff. This is going to be stuff that has been inspiring me lately, like recent stuff that I'm getting into. You can see I was going to play my mandolin tonight. I had a song that I was working on, especially for my mom, and I was going to play mandolin on that one, but that one needs a little bit more work. It's the reason being, I have a good excuse. I've had to recruit some coaching on this one for pronunciation. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But that was going to be my one mandolin tune, and it's not quite ready yet. So I'm saving that one. I'm not going to play mandolin tonight, but I'm going to play some more of this. This is my Irish bouzouki. Look at that, kind of neat. I'm going to play some nylon string guitar. I'm going to play a little steel string guitar intro, a new song I wrote. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Not a whole lot of material, but I got a handful of songs. Should keep us busy for a little bit. And I am going to play one song from my band Dig Deep. It's the one song that I've written for that group called The Lotta Morgan. And that's a big, long story song. It tells the true story of a murder that happened in the late 1800s in Hurley, Wisconsin. And I'm going to dive into that story a little bit. I've got the record with me right here. And I'm going to get into some history about it. So that's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to play it on my nylon string acoustic guitar, which is how I wrote it. So it's not going to be as involved as the full band production, but I'll be able to do a little bit of storytelling with that too. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is crazy. I'm way out of my element, but I'm having fun already. So I think this is going to be really cool. The next song I want to do for you guys, I'm gonna do that first one. I should say I did a little medley there with a couple songs by the Pogues, which is one of my favorite bands ever of all time. I did a little instrumental interpretation of the medley or the melody for their song "Lullaby of London," which I segued into "If I Should Fall from Grace with God." If you guys like Irish music, if you guys like rock and roll music, if you guys like punk rock music, you probably already know about the Pogues and already love them. So I'm gonna check the comments here real quick to see if you guys want. Like I said, the solo stuff is kind of new to me, so I can't like field requests on the fly right now. But if you have songs that you want to shoot at me for when I do this next time, drop them in the comments, and if it's a good fit, I can try to take a crack at them. No guarantees, but we'll see what we can do. So, oh man, it's so good to see you guys. I appreciate you so much. This is awesome. Yeah, this next one I'm gonna do is this is a song by one of my favorite living musicians, hands down. The fact that he happens to come from the Midwest and we get to see him and I've gotten to do shows with him is it's just crazy, because he is hands down, in my opinion, one of the greatest players, one of the greatest songwriters, one of the greatest musicians around. I'm talking about Charlie Parr. He's just, aside from being a sensational guitar player, aside from being a sensational songwriter, he just knows how it should be done. He's been a role model in a lot of ways for just how to handle yourself as a musician, how to carry yourself, how to conduct yourself professionally, personally, on stage, off stage. Don't even get me started. But I wanted to learn a Charlie Parr song, and this one that I'm going to do here is off his Roustabout album, and I always thought it'd be really fun to do, and I'll do it here on the Irish Bouzouki, and maybe once we get out of this quarantine situation, I can show it to the boys, and we can put together a full band version of this one with Dig Deep. So this song is by Charlie Parr, and it's called "Don't Send Your Child to War."
stay. Yeah, now I'm gonna leave here. Now I'm gonna work. Keep my fiddle to me. I need some sweet day. Sweet day. Whew. All right, Charlie Parr. Loud whistling noises. Thank you guys so much. Oh man, I'm getting such a kick out of doing this live streaming stuff. This is just wild. It is it's weird, but it's so cool at the same time, man. I like getting to see the comments as people are watching. So if you guys don't be shy, man. It cracks me up, and I love it. And truly, that's one of the things I miss about the live setting. Obviously, is seeing all you guys, but the heckling, man, like I can't tell you how many times I've been in a bar room or a town or so venue or something that you've never been in before. We're playing it for the first time, and then the vibe's kind of slow to get going. You don't know anybody in the room yet, and you don't know how well it's going. You don't know you're hired. You don't know how people are feeling about it. And until somebody comes up to you, or somebody hollers from the front row or something, starts talking shit, and you're like, all right, we're cool, we're on the same page, this is good. So thank you guys for dropping comments and talking some shit. I appreciate that. I'm gonna swear, I realize that you guys might be watching from living rooms, and so if there are any kids watching, you guys do as I say, not as I do, I guess. Oh man, this is I appreciate you bearing with me as I tune this bad boy here, when you're probably not supposed to just like beat it so hard, but it's probably does better with a little bit of finesse. I haven't been spending a whole lot of time on this Irish bouzouki over the last few years, but over the last few weeks I have, and it is really sensitive to tuning stuff, so I want to make sure it's as close as I can get it anyway. Because this next song I'm going to do actually does require a little bit of finesse here. I'm going to take a stab at a song that I first heard on a Jerry Garcia record. Not Grateful Dead, just Jerry Garcia. This was one that he did. Of course, he was a big bluegrass player and stuff like that. Ross, you son of... See, that's a heckling I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Oh, man. But this Jerry Garcia record, I forget what it was called, or when it came out and stuff, but it was one that he collaborated with one of my heroes, the mandolinist David Grisman, on. They worked a lot together. But this song in particular, it's an old Civil War song, and it's an old traditional, but the melody was just so beautiful. I fell in love with it.
And it was one of the first melodies, one of the first songs that I actually tried and kind of, you know, adapted to the bouzouki here. And it's kind of a cool song. I was it's been recorded by Bob Dylan. It's part of the bluegrass repertoire now, so a bunch of folks have recorded it. And in all the recorded versions I've been able to find, there's 4 verses, which are the ones I'm going to sing for you now. But it tells the story of 2 soldiers. The song is called 2 Soldiers. And it tells the story of 2 soldiers in the Civil War. And they were they're about to head into battle, and they were kind of talking to each other about, if I don't make it out of here, will you carry out my final wishes? And in the 4 verses that have been in all the recorded tunes, you can tell some of the pieces are missing. Like, it makes a certain amount of sense, like you can get it, but when I started learning the lyrics of the song so I could sing it for you guys, I was like, that doesn't tell the whole story. And so I started looking into it a little bit more, and of course, like many of these old traditional songs, there used to be like 15 verses. It was a ballad, and it told a much longer story. So it provided a little bit of background that's going to be missing from the lyrics here. But long story short, the 2 main characters, our protagonists, are a young fella, blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy, and a tall, dark, handsome fellow that's his buddy. And as they're about to head into battle, the young guy's thinking about his mother, and the tall, dark fellow is thinking about his lover. So that'll hopefully fill in the gaps here for you. 2 Soldiers. Just a blue-eyed Boston boy. His voice was low with pain. I'll do your bidding, comrade mine, if I ride back again. But if you ride back and I am left, you do the same for me. Mother, you know, must hear the news, so write to her tenderly. She's waiting at home like a patient saint. Her fond face is pale with woe. Her heart will be broken when I am gone. I'll see her soon, you know. Just then the order came to charge. For an instant, hand touched hand. They said I and on they rode, a brave and devoted band.
furrows of death through the toiling ranks, and guarded them as they fell. The soon came a horrible dying yell from heights they could not gain. Those that doom and death had spared rode slowly back again. But among the dead that were left on the hill was a boy with a curly hair, and the tall dark man who rode by his side lay dead beside him there. And there was no one to ride to the blue-eyed girl the words that her lover said. Mother, you know awaits the news. She'll only know he's dead. All right. Two Soldiers. The old Civil War song there. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm super excited that we're in this. I've been working hard at this stuff for a long time. And of course, you know, it's a work in progress like everything. Scott, my buddy Scott Kirby and I, the guy who I've been doing the live streams with the last couple weeks, we've been going back and forth quite a bit, you know, trying to figure out the best way to do this, watching other live streams, trying to get the technical side of things, trying to figure out how it all works, you know, and at the end of the day, it's all about we're learning new skills here, and for me, it's not just you know, technical stuff, figuring out how the stream works, but it's, you know, learning new songs, learning new instruments, and learning how to sing. That's not something I've done a whole lot in the past. So it's really cool that I get to try it out on you guys like this. So thank you for tuning in again. Speaking of trying out new things, I think what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab at it. You guys mind if I try one I writ? That's for Bill Roble. I don't know if you're out there, Bill. I miss you, buddy. But Bill Roble's a friend of ours and a regular down at Bill's Bar outside of Merrill, and he always sits at the same bar stool over by the door. And he always comes out for the shows, always a big supporter. And he kind of coined his own little catchphrase that's kind of catching on. And he's, anytime you're in a bar room, people are hollering out requests. And his is always, play that one you writ! And I don't know if Bill still has these t-shirts available at Bill's Bar. There's Bill and Meth who owns Bill's Bar, and Bill Roble is the play the one you writ guy. But
I think Bill actually made a T-shirt for Bill with a like a cartoon picture of Bill Roble on there saying "Play when you're writ." So that's kind of our thing now. So I'm gonna take a stab at this new tune. You know, likewise a work in progress, but what the hell? We'll see how it goes. Maybe this will be a Dig Deep song one of these days. I'm gonna play my brother's guitar here, his steel string, Jake. If you're watching, again, I'm sorry. I've been kind of beating her up a little bit. She's getting a little scratched, you know, with the pick. You know, I'm not gentle. I'm kind of, you know, finesse is not my strong suit. So I'll try to be nice, but this is a punk rock song. You know, it's meant to be aggressive and sloppy, and you know. So this is one I writ, and I think I'm gonna call it "No More." I don't really know. This I've never been good. And I think a lot of my musician friends can probably relate. Like, you write a song, you don't necessarily think. Sometimes it works, but you don't necessarily think of like a title when you're writing it, you know. And a lot of times the titles kind of come arbitrarily. You know, you slap something on it, you know, when it goes on the record or whatever, but I'm going with "No More" for this one. My brother Jake says, "Show her some good rough loving." Well, that's what she's gonna get, like it or not. No more. Something like that. All right. Cheers, you guys. Gotta give my throat a little break there. Phew. Pretty sure that you don't know shit about punk rock. I love you guys. I miss you so much, man. Little inside joke. Oh man. Oh, well, I should mention too that I put a link. The donation info is on the live stream here, and by all means, you know, don't feel obligated or anything like that, especially if, you know, if you're in a hard place or, you know, concerned about your financial future right now. Understandably, keep your money, you know, for God's sakes. But if you guys are feeling generous, if you're liking what you're hearing, or if you like what I'm trying to do with Northwoods Live, that's what I'm trying to raise money for right now. So if you're feeling generous, you can tip, donate, etc. via PayPal, Venmo. I've got the links right here on the live stream. You should be able to see that. And excuse me. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to scrape together enough cash to put together a .com home, a .com website for Northwoods Live. And for those of you that don't know, Northwoods Live, it was a Facebook page that I started back in 2010 to try to promote live music events in the Northwoods. Here in Rhinelander, you know, this general region, we don't have, still, you know, 10 years later, we don't have an events listing. You know, it's very basic, it's very fundamental, and any thriving music scene, any major music market, any place that has a scene going, they have an events listing or some kind of, you know, arts and culture rag, you know, a magazine or something like that. Wausau has its city pages, you know, Madison has Maximum Inc., and so on and so forth. You've got Volume 1 in Eau Claire. I could go on and on. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can see them. This right here, in my musical travels, I've been collecting them for years, and I have stacks of all these, you know, these publications and these periodicals that list live music events, articles and stuff like that. So Northwoods Live, originally that was my goal, is to, you know, provide a listing of local events. It was great. It worked great for a long time. I had to give it up just because my music schedule was getting too busy. But I thought now during this whole situation, it would be a good time to revive it and kind of adjust the focus a little bit. And so what I'm trying to do now is I'm using Northwoods Live to promote all these live streams, because a lot of my favorite musicians, a lot of my dear friends are doing this stuff right now, in order to raise money, because we're all out of work, for one, but I think more importantly, just to keep connected with their fans and to keep the music going. Like, everything's up in the air right now. You know, we don't know what our future is going to look like as far as concerts, as far as festivals, as far as anything unknown. But the one thing that remains certain is that we still need music, you know? Like, the need for music doesn't go away, and the need for community doesn't go away. And I think from what I've been seeing and from what I'm experiencing right now, you know, this feels good for me, because I feel like I'm still connected with you guys a little bit, and I hope it feels good for you guys too, that you feel like you can still be a part of music a little bit, even if it's just in a small way. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Northwoods Live. And like I said, I'm trying to raise money to put together a proper website, so that I can add more content. I'd like to be able to make it a little bit more user friendly, a little more full featured. I'd like to start adding some interviews, some, you know, album reviews, stuff like that. anything I can do to help drive traffic to these artists and help connect these artists with fans, with you guys. So, oh, thanks, John, for dropping the PayPal and the Venmo in the comments there. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So yeah, you know, to get back to my point, if you guys are feeling generous, if you like what Northwoods Live is doing, run over to the page. If you look in the About section, you can read up on get the whole spiel. Otherwise, I'm just happy that you guys are here, truly. You know, don't feel like I'm not trying to sell you nothing or anything like that. So, all right. Songs. Should we do more songs? Let's do some songs. All right. What do I got next? Ooh. Nylon string time. All right. Look at this beautiful nylon string guitar. This, honestly, I've been spending more time on this over the last few months than probably all my other instruments combined. Which doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I just like it a lot. And I kind of fell in love with the nylon string guitar. I really started to kind of explore and fall in love with fingerstyle guitar playing, you know, playing with your fingers instead of a flat pick. From Charlie Parr, you know, when I first saw him, it sounded like there were 3 guitars playing at once. I was like, oh, wow, how's he do that, you know? And so I pretty much went home right away and started trying to do that on my guitar. I don't get it. How does it work, you know? And I kind of started doing this really play a damn song already. See, that's what I need, more heckling. All right. So I kind of started to try to do that, just this sloppy, like, you know, finger messing around. And at some point I got my hands on a nylon, you know, some crappy old classical guitar, and I was doing that, this, you know, awkward thumb and sloppy fingers, but it sounded so cool and I fell in love with it. And it just sounded really bluesy to me, you know, which I thought was kind of cool. And then the more I messed around with it, it felt and sounded kind of country too. So like it had this, just the feel of, you know, and the sound of fingers on nylon strings. I thought it sounded really, really raw and really kind of visceral, and I really liked it. And it's a lot easier on your fingers and stuff too. You got more space to work. So I kind of started exploring it a little bit, and about the same time, I don't even know why or how, but I started falling in love with Ray Charles's music. I just got on this big Ray Charles kick, and I just ate up everything, you know, everything that he ever did. And I got the idea in my head that I wanted to try to make my guitar sound like that, sound like, you know, the riffs that he's playing on piano. Made absolutely no progress. You know, I was mystified. I didn't know how to do it, but I was like, that sounds cool. That's what I want to do. And then come to find out, right then, I discovered Jerry Reed. He had already done that on the nylon string guitar. And so once I found Jerry Reed, it was like all over. You know, Jerry Reed is a master. Anybody that knows guitar music, that knows country music, knows Jerry Reed. And he's just one of the best of the best. So I'm going to do these next couple songs here. I'm going to do one that I first heard Ray Charles doing and fell in love with, because to me it sounds like, you know, Ray Charles, he was always kind of known for his R&B and his, you know, that kind of stuff, soul, etc. But of course he really got into country music later on, and to me this song is a nice blending of the two. To me it sounds like a really cool country song, and so I'm gonna try to do this one, and then after that I'm gonna try to do a song that I'm gonna try to do a Ray Charles song that Jerry Reed adapted to guitar. So it's a tall order. it's the work of a guitar genius interpreting the work of a piano genius. So we'll see how that goes. But this one I'm going to do for you here right now. This song is called Lucky Old Sun, and it's one of my favorite tunes, and I feel like it's kind of appropriate for quarantine for some reason. Maybe like the chorus of That lucky old son just rolling around in heaven all day. He's got nothing to do. Lucky old son. Don't know who wrote it, but I heard Ray Charles do it, so that's what I'm going with. Up in the morning, out on the job, I work like the devil for my pay, 'cause I know that lucky old son, he's got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. I fuss with my woman, and I toil for my kids. I sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray, 'cause I know that lucky old son, he's got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Lord above, can't you see that I'm pining? I got tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river. Won't you take me across? Wash all my troubles away, 'cause I know that lucky old son, he's got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river. Won't you take me across? Wash all my troubles away, 'cause I know that lucky old son, he's got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day.
Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river. Won't you take me across? Wash all my troubles away. 'Cause I know that lucky old son, he's got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. He's just rolling around heaven all day. He's just rolling around heaven all day. All right. Lucky old son. Thank you guys. Cheers, everybody. How you guys all doing out there, man? Hanging in there? You guys staying hydrated? Pour another one. Oh, man. Ooh, you know what? It's I thought that I'd be done by about 7 o'clock here, but I'm probably because I'm just a jabberjaw and I'm talking a lot. I'm going to be running a little bit past 7, but my good friends Lee and Sonia Martin are going to be doing a live stream. The Sonia and Lee from Feeding Leroy, they're going to be doing a live stream starting at 7, I think. And I know the Horseshoes and Hand Grenades guys are doing a live stream thing. And they're going to be doing it kind of in sequence where each band member does a half hour. And I think they're kicking that off at 7 as well. So there's going to be lots and lots and lots of good live streaming music. It's Friday, you know, I'm sure you can find plenty of stuff to keep you entertained tonight. But I would encourage you guys to check out Sonia and Lee for sure. That's it's really cool because, you know, I love all the live stream stuff and the solo live streamers are awesome. But it's really cool when you can get even just 2 people together, and these 2 in particular, you know, it's a husband and wife team. 2 of the most talented, hardworking, amazing, awesome musicians I know. And the chemistry they have together, like, you got to see it to believe it. And even digitally through the live stream format, you can feel it. Like, it's that good. So make sure you check that out. I appreciate you guys sticking with me too, for sure. Yeah, if you want to see some really awesome, like, beautiful, you know, male-female vocal harmonies come together, Lee is a phenomenal pedal steel guitar player. I don't know if he's going to be doing any of that tonight or if they're just going to be doing, you know, stripped down kind of acoustic stuff. But I think Sonia did say they're going to be doing some duets. So, I mean, you don't want to miss that. That'll just rip your heart out. All right. Enough talking. I'm talking right now because I'm kind of nervous about this next one. This next one's hard. This is, I've never in my whole musical career, I've never been good at learning songs note for note. I've always been a faker. Like, I learned the basics, I learned the outline, I learned the gist of it, and I kind of fake it through the rest of it, you know. And this song is a lot smarter than I am. I had to cheat. I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I had to slow them down and, you know, get everything right. It's pretty jazzy. Because, again, this is Jerry Reed's rendition of a Ray Charles tune. So it's a genius work doing a genius's song. And I am
I'm not a piano genius and I'm not a guitar genius, but I love the song. I love Jerry Reed's arrangement of it, and figuring it out it turns out it's, I mean, one of the best things I've done for myself musically in a long time. It's been a big challenge, but I've learned a lot, and I'm still wrapping my head around what's going on. But it's a fun song. I love it, and I'm gonna take a stab at it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a crack at it. We'll see how it goes. No guarantees, but this is Jerry Reed's arrangement of "Hallelujah, I Just Love Her So" by Ray Charles. And thank you guys once again. I appreciate every one of you joining me, and I appreciate you guys if you're hitting up that that digital tip jar there with Venmo or PayPal. That means a lot. I appreciate you.
Let me tell you about a girl I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she puts my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know. Oh yes, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I need a friend, I know she'll go with me till the end. Everybody asks me how you know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know. Oh yes, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. If I call her on the telephone and I tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door now. In the evening when the sun goes down and there ain't nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight. She says, everything's alright. That's why I know. Oh yes, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Boy.
Try it one more time.
If I call her on the telephone and I tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door now. In the evening when the sun goes down and there ain't nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight. She says, baby, everything's alright. That's why I know. Oh yes, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. And hallelujah, I just love her so.
Whew. I almost got it. So close, so close. Oh man, that's such a fun song. I love that one. But it's tricky. It's a challenge, but that's kind of why I like it. All right. Cheers, you guys. Man, I'm seeing all these comments from so many friends popping up, and it feels so good, but at the same time, it just makes me miss you guys. This feels so good to be playing music for you guys and to be kind of communicating with you, but it just, oh, I miss you all so much, man. I cannot wait till we can get out and see each other again, man. This is it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be really cool because I mean, just the creativity that I've been feeling and the work that I've been doing, you know, practicing and playing and writing and stuff like that. I've got so much stuff going on that I want to share, and you know, I'm sure a lot of the other artists out there right now are in the same boat. We're just like, we're in high intensity creative mode right now, and once we can get out and start putting together some shows and putting together songs with each other and start the collaborations again, it's gonna be dynamite, man. I cannot wait. It's gonna be super, super cool. Oh man, is it Roger's birthday? Son of a gun! Happy birthday, Roger. Dort, miss you guys. All right. Well, I think next on the agenda, guys, I told you I was going to play the Lotta Morgan, so I think we're gonna take a stab at that one too. Excuse me. Again, the Lotta Morgan is it's a song I wrote for my band Dig Deep. We're a 4-piece string band. For those of you guys that don't know, we're a 4-piece string band based out of Stevens Point is kind of the home base. I play mandolin in that group. And I wrote this song. We released it on a 7-inch vinyl here a while back. I think it was 2000. We recorded it in 2016, it says here. So it's a doozy. It's one song that clocks in at about, I think, like 11 minutes or something like that. And we released it on this 7-inch vinyl here. And half the song is on side A, the other half of the song is on side B. I wrote it in not so much of, you know, like a verse chorus kind of format. I wrote it instead in movements, I guess. I don't know if that's the right nomenclature or not, but I wrote it in like parts, you know, and each part tells a part of the story. It tells the true story of a murder that happened in Hurley, Wisconsin in the late 1800s, in the logging and mining boom days. And it's kind of a famous local story. They've actually, this picture here, they've got the same image of Lotta Morgan, that's her, on some of the lampposts and stuff on downtown Silver Street in downtown Hurley. They've got, you know, historical images and stuff like this. And Hurley, of course, was very famous in those days for being kind of a hell town. You know, gambling, drinking, prostitution, and stuff. That's where the miners went to have fun. So it had a kind of a rough and rowdy reputation. And this murder was right in the thick of it. I mean, when it was really hairy. And it made national headlines because of some of the mystery surrounding it. So I guess what I'll do, I'll tell the story a little bit before I play the song, and hopefully kind of set the stage a little bit. So the first part of the song, you know, the first movement, I guess if you want to call it that, it tells the story of a train or not a train robbery. It was a bank robbery. You know what? If you guys have this record, or if you don't have it, you might have seen it, but you might not have noticed it. I'm holding just the sleeve here. On the inside, if you open it up, we included some replicas here of some old newspaper articles from the time when it came out. You know, this is 1889. And so the story starts, and this is where the song starts. This is the first part of the song, the first movement. Starts in September of 1889 when, and the song introduces this by showing you this train that's coming from Ashland, coming to Hurley, and it's bringing a shipment of cash that's meant that's going to be used to pay the miners that are working in Hurley in the iron mines. And so this train is coming from Ashland to Hurley, rolls into Hurley, drops off the cash at the bank, and that night the loot disappears. And nobody knows what happened to it. There was some, you know, sketchy stuff surrounding it, but if you want to get the full story, you can read about it right here. That's the article that was, you know, that was printed, you know, after the robbery happened. So according to my research, I did, when I was writing the song, I had to kind of, yes, the vinyl is still available. Thank you for asking. If you guys are interested in checking this out, you can download the song. Look up my band, Dig Deep. You can go to our Bandcamp. It's Dig Deep WI. Look up, Google Dig Deep Band, Dig Deep Wisconsin. You should be able to find it. And we do still have copies of the vinyl available, so you get the whole package, and it comes with a download card too. So you can check that out. But after the bank robbery happened, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'll back up a little bit. Part two, or the next little section of the song, introduces then Lotta Morgan, and she was a lady of the night, I guess, but she was. It was unusual in this time period, especially for a prostitute, a known prostitute, to be so well loved and so well respected in the community. And this is one of the things about the story that kind of caught my interest right away, is that Lotta Morgan was considered very ladylike and very well respected in the community, and not just among like the underground and everything, but she was an actress. She performed and sang at the big theaters in town, and she was she didn't dress like she dressed very nicely. She dressed like a lady, acted like a lady, carried herself like a lady, and she was respected as a lady, which for that time period was unheard of. Just if you were women that were prostitutes were neglected, they were ignored, they were despised, and they were lowlifes. Lotta Morgan, on the other hand, was very well respected. And so in the second part of the song, I introduce you to Lotta Morgan. And the tie-in with Lotta and this bank robbery is kind of cloudy, but the story that I dug up a little bit in my research was that apparently in the latter part of the year in 1889, after this robbery had happened, Lotta Morgan had been subpoenaed to testify in court regarding this robbery, and then she skipped town and nobody knew where she went. And the story is, of course, that maybe she knew something, maybe she was trying to lay low, wanted to let this whole thing blow over, and so she kind of disappeared for a few months and then returned to Hurley in April. It was like March or April of the following year, 1890. She came back to town, and that's when the murder happened. So the first part of the song, the train, the bank robbery. Next part of the song introduces you to Lotta Morgan, and then we get to the murder. She's slain. Her body was found behind one of the bars on Silver Street with a axe wound to the head, and they found a bloody, axe nearby with hair matted on it. The killer had tossed it into an outhouse. And again, this is all in the newspaper article. I'm not making this up. This is, I'm going from historical documents here, so you can read about this if you get the record. And they actually arrested a guy. They found alongside this bloody axe that had been used to murder her. They found a jacket, and the jacket belonged to this guy, Terry Day. And so they brought him in for questioning, but apparently he was able to produce an alibi, so they let him go. Somebody vouched for him, so they're like, okay, whatever. Again, this day and age, they did not really look into the murders of prostitutes very much. They didn't give a shit. So Terry Day was free to go. And the thing that really caught my attention about this story was the funeral. Again, Lotta Morgan was loved by the whole community, and prior to the funeral, somebody went around town and actually handed out handbills inviting people to the funeral, which was held at a theater. I'm reading up here. Well, at any rate, basically the whole town showed up. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people came out to mourn the death of this prostitute, which again is unheard of. And this actually made national news. The fact that all these people came out to show their support for a prostitute was looked at as just abhorrent. Like, we're just aghast that like she would get this, that a known prostitute would get this kind of respect and this kind of love from the community. And newspapers across the country picked up on it and ran the story about what a shitty town Hurley was for celebrating the life of a known prostitute, basically. But because she was so well loved in town, people showed up. They were really heartbroken about her. And in this last article here, it talks about the funeral, and it actually gives some quotes, some verbatim quotes from the sermons that were given by some of the preachers that spoke at the funeral, and you can read their exact words and what they talked about. And a big theme that they talked about was, what a shame it is that when she was tempted by sin, when she was like, kind of living in the underground and doing the down and dirty, the community turned their back on her. And basically the idea was that the time to concern yourself with her is not when she's dead, but when she's support, show your, help her when she's alive. Don't wait till she's dead. And then likewise, it was kind of the mentality at the time that prostitution, gambling, etc. was necessary for that town's economy, for Hurley, for the economy to survive. And that's something that these preachers talked about is, well, you say that the gambling and the prostitution and stuff, that your town needs this to survive, that your businesses are going to go under without all this vice. Well, this is the price you pay, So how do you feel about this now? That, yes, you can keep your doors open, you can keep operating your business, but basically you have blood on your hands now, So that's the price you pay. And again, there's I pulled a couple quotes from the story, and I kind of dropped them in some lines in the song. So if you pick up the record, you can read the article, read verbatim what these preachers were saying at this funeral, and kind of relate it to the last portion of the song there, that last movement that talks about the funeral. And just the tiny last little tidbit there that I thought was kind of cool. We when we recorded the song, we threw in after the song wraps up, we threw in some stuff at the very end, and Oscar, who plays banjo on the rest of the track, he laid down an accordion little bit, and the song that he played on the accordion is called "Where's My Wandering Boy Tonight?" It's an old hymn that, according to this article, they played at the conclusion of her funeral. Except they changed it to "Where's My Wandering Girl Tonight?" And if you look up the lyrics to this song, it's a perfect song. It really grabbed me that they chose this song to wrap up with, because it tells a story of a lost child. It's written from the perspective of a parent singing about their child who's been lost to the way of sin, and wishing that they would come back to God, and so on and so forth. So it's eerily appropriate, for that, and they did change it from "Where's My Wandering Boy Tonight" to "Where's My Wandering Girl," kind of lamenting this lost soul. And so Oscar learned the chorus of it and played it at the very end of our recorded version. So that little accordion that you hear at the very, 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 very end, that is a tribute to the last song that was played as they were carrying away Lotta Morgan. "Where's My Wandering Girl Tonight?" So that's the story of the Lotta Morgan. Again, if you guys want to check that out, Dig Deep is my band. You can find us on Facebook, our Bandcamp, Dig Deep WI. And we still got copies of the 7-inch vinyl. And that's that. I'm gonna play it for you.
of Ashland behind her. To Hurley she bore, to the hell of the north, 40,000 in cash for the miners. Lecherous grin in the city of sin kept the cargo in the bank till the morn. Many eyes were on it, and poor Lottie didn't bat hers when waltzed right out the door. Have you seen Morgan on the stage of the Grand Alcazar? Have you seen her around this gal of the town, carousing in a Silver Street bar? Have you seen how all Hurley adores her? Low fallen from grace is she, how she holds her head high to every covetous eye, when they're in ill manner to see. But how can a lady so lovely survive in this lawless hell town? I bet there's a few little tricks she can do when the big city boys come around. Or maybe there's something she knows of the Ashland stolen cargo. Perhaps a dark secret she hides in a horse heart where red sin resides. safe here to stay. Come back in spring. We won't say a thing. Should've stayed away. Now there's hell to pay. There's nothing you can do. They're coming after you. Why didn't you run and fight when you saw him in the night? When his axe came swinging down, the bloody gash across your brow. As your life had slipped away, did you see old Terry Day? Throw his axe into the shed, matted hair and bloodstained red. Lost your town, a beloved heart. Gathered here you grieve. Memories of a fallen child. To the Lord her soul you'll leave. A runner forgotten, you turned away while the devil played his game. Now your dollar's stamped with the woman's blood. Is a price you have to pay. Is a price you have to pay. All right. That's a lot of Morgan, everybody. Whee. Not quite the same without the boys, but you know. Oh, man. Like I said, I've been working on these songs for a while and running through that one. I just like, I miss my boys, man. I miss these guys. That one is a lot of fun to play with a full band, man. And
I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen us do it, but for those of you that haven't seen me and my band Dig Deep play that one with the full band arrangement and stuff, come out and see us, if and when we get back out there again. And there's some, I was just kind of reminiscing, just getting all nostalgic, like I miss my friends, I miss shows, and I was just watching a bunch of YouTube videos, a bunch of live stuff, and there's some really cool ones from us doing that at Jack Pine Jamboree and a couple other places too. So if you guys want to hear what that one sounds like with the full band, I encourage you to check out our Bandcamp page. You can purchase downloads, you can purchase merchandise, t-shirts, all that stuff. We got stuff for sale, and we would love to sell it to you guys for sure. But you can also see some YouTube versions of that. And of course, man, I want to thank you guys all again. This is so cool that we can do this despite the challenges that we're all facing right now. Shit's crazy. Like the world is absolutely crazy right now, and this feels so good for me, and hopefully it does for you guys too. This is like I was saying earlier, no matter what crazy things are happening in the world, people never stop needing music. And so this is a challenge, to do it in this live stream kind of format. It's obviously not ideal, but it's something. We still got something. We got a little something we can hang on to during this tough time. And I like to imagine that it can be a vehicle for positivity and for community, even though those things are both really hard to come by nowadays. So that's my hope. I want to keep doing this. I do a live stream with my dear friend Scott Kirby every Wednesday night, and we do that at 5 p.m. Every week, streaming from this Northwoods Live page. So I'd encourage you guys to come hang out. That's a blast. Scott is one of my dearest friends. I've been playing music with Scott longer than I've been playing music with just about anybody. I learned how to play mandolin sitting in with Scott when he used to play Tuesday nights at the Little Brown Jug of Minocqua. So he's the guy that, like, when I was just starting out, he took me under his wing and helped me out and, like, gave me these opportunities and gave me, helped me out. I mean, just in a million different ways. And I'm so stoked that we get to, I live, my apartment is right next door in the same building to his studio. And he has to come by and check on his equipment, he has, instruments and stuff here that he has to make sure are safe and sound, check on, humidity and stuff like that. So he has to come in and check on his stuff. He lives in town. So we're not traveling to hang out with each other or anything like that. We're minding our P's and Q's as far as the safety and social distancing goes. But we are able to do a live stream every Wednesday. And I'd encourage you guys to check that out, because that is just so much fun. And I'm hoping, I'd like to do this again. I'd like to come back with you guys and do some more solo stuff. There were a whole bunch of songs that I've been working on that didn't quite make the cut for tonight. I didn't quite feel solid on them enough to bring them into the mix this time. Oh man, a friend from Costa Rica. How you doing? Cool. I don't know you, Larry, but you're good in my book if you're friends with my folks. So thank you for checking this out. But yeah, I'd like to come back and do the solo thing again. I don't know if a weekly schedule is gonna be. What I'm thinking is every other week. So like I'll come back, first and third Fridays or something like that. I just want to keep this going, man. This is so fun. I love learning songs and trying them out like this. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me challenged, and hopefully you guys enjoy music coming at you. Again, make sure you check out the Northwoods Live page, because I'm dropping, like, there are live streams happening every single day, and I'm trying to just drop them all there, list them every week so you can see what's going on throughout the week. You can kind of, get your, oh, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that, man. I will gladly do it. I love this. This makes my week right here. You know, this is I truly look forward to this, and I'm really excited that I got to break the ice and do this solo thing. So, yeah, I guess again, if you guys are feeling generous, I'd super appreciate anybody that's dropping tips in the Venmo and the PayPal. Again, don't feel obligated by any means, but it's tough for everybody right now. I know. But if for those of you that have, I cannot thank you enough. That means the world, even if it's just a couple bucks. I mean, it's huge. So thank you for that. And I mentioned earlier I was trying to learn a mandolin song that I was going to do special for my mom, and I didn't quite get it down. Next time, I'll do it. But I figured I got to do one for my mom, you know. So I'm gonna end up. This is gonna be my last song. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna do this one special for my mom. We were actually just talking about it, and this is a song. This is like one of those songs that I remember this melody. This has been a melody that has been in my head my whole life, literally, because she used to sing it. She used to like rock me to sleep, you know, like singing this song to me. So it's right there with like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for me. Like it's just ingrained in my DNA, you know. But up until recently, I only knew like the one chorus. I knew the one line, you know. And so I had to look it up, and I want to show you guys where I learned the rest of this song from. This is a book that used to belong to my mom. I know it's backwards, but it says Rise Up Singing, and it's spiral bound. This is, when was this published? This must go back to the 70s or something like that. I mean, it's, or the 80s maybe. But it's a collection of songs, you know, mostly folk songs and stuff. It's got an introduction by Pete Seeger, and it's just a treasure trove of, oh yeah, yep. See, my folks are watching, so I got to show it to them. But when my folks, they live in Costa Rica now, and you can see my bookshelf back here. Half of these books I stole from my folks, and this was one of them. This song helped me unlock the last couple verses of this tune that my mom used to sing to me when I was a baby. So I thought it'd be a good one to end with, in lieu of the other song. I'm still trying to learn for you, Mom. That one will come next time, but we're going to do this one here. Sing it if you know it.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Oh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. I saw a band of angels and they're coming after me, coming for to carry me home. So swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Oh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Oh, see, I forgot the next verse already. Alright, well, sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, coming for to carry me home. Oh, but still I know that I'm heavenly bound, coming for to carry me home. So swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Oh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me on. I get there, oh no. Alright. If you get to heaven before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends that I'm coming up to, coming for to carry me on. So swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me on. Well, if I get to heaven before you do, coming for to carry me home, I'll cut a little hole and I'll pull you up on through, coming for to carry me on. So swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me on. Coming for to carry me. Coming for to carry me home. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining me with this, man. This is a blast. Let's do it again soon, man. This is fun. I'll be streaming again next Wednesday, 5 o'clock, and I'll be coming at you doing the solo thing again very soon. Follow the Northwoods Live page for all the updates, keeping up to speed. Tips and donations and stuff. I've got a Venmo, Robert-Weigandt is my Venmo, and the PayPal link is up there too. Northwoods Live or northwoodslive@gmail.com is the PayPal. I love you guys all so much. I miss you, but I appreciate you joining me in my living room tonight. And make sure you hop on over and check out my friends Feeding Leroy. They're doing a live stream, I think, right now. And the Horseshoes and Hand Grenades guys are doing some live streams tonight. Support some music, you guys. This is it feels good, you know. It's a little bit of positivity, a little bit of joy, a little bit of community in a tough time. So let's spread that. Let's keep it going. Bless you guys. Thank you.
All right, and that concludes tonight's show. That was a little bit of Georgia Ray tonight, and Bob Weigandt on this stream, and right before this stream I also did Blow Marie. So we got 3 bands in tonight. I should do my Wake and Bake tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Might do some other stuff, but since we did like 3.5 hours here now, and yeah, like so I'll see what I can do tomorrow. And yeah, maybe I can do something for Wake and Bake. Like Bob said, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades went live, and Feeding Leroy went live. So yeah, you can see. And plus, I did 3 bands myself tonight. So yeah, it was a busy one. Plus, the Grateful Dead actually had a stream going as well, and I caught the beginning part of that. So, you guys stay safe. Please don't be like the other states out there, please. Don't be out there. Use your head. Don't sit there and go out and protest so you can get out, you know. If you guys need cash, the local grocery stores are hiring big time. You know, if you need the cash that bad. If not, stay home, stay safe. Don't bring your kids out like some of these states doing protesting. Don't do that. If you don't care about yourself or your children, please think of other people. Come on, let's get real. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. love you. I look forward to seeing y'all at a festival real soon. And hopefully we'll be able to hug each other. Otherwise it just wouldn't be fun. So, cyber hugs. Catch you later. Stay safe. All that good stuff.